down the standings.
A fall from grace. There's ever a time to pick it up, it would be now. FURIA setting themselves up now. A big clash about to occur. It's NagZ who's going to have to hold this one off. Dart. Dash as well, forwards into the smoke here. dgzin, he's weakened, yet still takes the fight. Lucky not to go down as well. There's a bit of a spray through with the frenzy. Shyy, again falling so damn low, but the rest of his team now reinforcing themselves.
FURIA running Leviatán's attack pistol round against them.
That's quite interesting. Now they start to barrel through now. What can they make do with? Fragment nade over the top. It's going to be clearing out the bottom of it. Dashing aside with the paranoia. There's a turret in their face.
That was a team paranoia.
Yeah, team paranoia, blinding all of them. A bit of miscommunication, potentially. kiNgg, he's out in the open. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to stand. FURIA taking.
So to be able to pick up an attacking pistol round there, we don't know exactly whether this is going to be a replica of their regular season performance, but bodes very well for this FURIA side.
dgzin setting himself up, I believe, for the dash towards the side there into lane. Smoke for cover for now. Two players sitting, anchoring towards the back. Shorty's in their hands. Anything could happen in this moment. Taking a fight here, never really advised. We got to swing this one with a bit of confidence. Shyy's doing the most though. Swarming themselves onto the side.
Remaining.
One player left standing, Mazino. Long range upgrade with the classic now in his hands, but not the greatest gun for the job at hand still. Akee low enough that a single shot to the head would bring him down. He's found an opening. He's found more than that, and potentially a chance around the box. Target acquired, but just can't land the shots in time. Beautiful effort though, nevertheless. Against this, they might be finding it quite a struggle. We'll see though. One-way smoke, dash over the top.
Great read.
Yeah, great read. Shyy just watching the angle as well, anticipating it.
And it's a recon dart that comes out from NagZ where he soaks up a ton of damage, but he makes sure that the rest of FURIA cannot follow up on dgzin. That's a nice adaptation. It shows you that Shyy is extremely aware of dgzin's normal pathing, and this is unusual from Mazino. They do not normally have this level of aggression on their defense side. Some might say it's inadvisable when you're at such an eco advantage.
Oh, and a deep pushed up position.
But this is definitely throwing a different look into things.
Oh, wait, anticipating it. Maybe hearing a sound cue. Sing of the likes. The cleanup. It's easy, isn't it? Khalil, the last one standing. The bonus round of FURIA.
Cover going out.
All but secured now for Lev. It'll have to be huge. It's not going to be. Flawless. Just to showcase those different looks. Now, beginning of this round, looked like it was gearing up for another bit of a B pop, but it's slowed down.
Destroyed.
The main control being gained.
They've thrown the mid utility with the recon dart and the 0 point. So Taco's worried that they could be in that spot. The alarm bot's still there though.
Shock dart close to lane. They want to try and burst through this now with the drone on top of it. A dash forwards, the front of the side at least being gained for now. Dart as well revealing it. Close angle's not watched though. NagZ holding it down. A wider swing, a wider face from the two players. QCK, Khalil. Decent amount of work being put in. Mazin brought back up to his feet as well with two players left standing for Lev. In this scenario, they've got money, but it's a 2v5, not really going to be winnable. In most circumstances, you see them save here.
Yeah, Leviatán, the team that saves the most out of basically any squad I've ever seen play Valorant. Just looking to get that benefit out of their economy more so than trying to send it in a 2v5. That round was interesting from Leviatán. They had 3 players on the B side, but it didn't look like they were anticipating Mazin's null command. It really took all of the tools they had out of their hands.
Yeah, when you
to be able to respond.
When you hard anchor at the back of the site like that, usually you want to alter your setup a little bit to at least be playing full retake or holding, you know, was it Shyy who was playing it towards the back of the side?
Yeah, Shyy was playing stairs and then ended up having just to drop back. Alarm bot deactivated, you know, the stuff that he's got towards the choke point there, not really having the same level of impact too. You can see the nanoswarm that he placed over by tree. So, you know, he's playing on the opposite side of some of his utility too. But they're gambling that 3-player stack is going to help their opponents. That's so counter to the other team's approaches.
Very counter. Most teams going into a lot of the matches, the meta being defined by the fact that you can watch the VODs week on week in this long season format. Yeah. So yeah,
I would say if there was a meta in Americas right now, it would be the anti-strat meta.
Yeah.
It's not as much defined by the agents. So we see dgzin going down early there, challenging towards Mazino and kiNgg. A lot of the time, Mazino and kiNgg are just going to throw that one way and not actually have any presence behind it. But dgzin gambles incorrectly here in round 5 and puts his team down in a 4v5. That has not been too much of a problem, though, for FURIA. They've been good in these spots.
Starte's contact. Does Shyy want to fight now? Backs away. Footsteps being made, so going to be getting some information that there isn't really potentially that committal into B main.
They haven't forced out kiNgg's nade. kiNgg is holding nade here, waiting for cat pressure.
As soon as he hears the smoke go off.
And he can repop with a flash after breaking this drone.
Here we go, drone in his face though, suppressed. Neutral to be used, the angle to the side of the smoke. Taco.
30 seconds
No
left.
blind fire. It's set up to try and support the rest of his team so they can't be pushed onto that angle. Let's give it a hot drop up kiNgg. At this angle with 3 kills. Absolutely ludicrous. Khalil though still alive and maybe a return to the beginning of the season. That form that he looked like, but he's got so much more to do on top of that. 1 versus 3, shot dash bringing him low. There it is, it will finish him off. Plant money in the back pocket. But a round win for Lev.
What a performance from kiNgg. There's never been any question all year, and before that as well, in 2022.
Half armor as well in FURIA, so they can keep that money rolling as well. Popularized by, it was initially NRG way back in the day.
Yeah, a very different NRG.
Fnatic were winning with it, which is the difference. That's why people credit them with it, so.
For sure, for sure. mwzera threw a recon dart early towards tiles here that threatens that spam play. The set play that Lev is so known for. It slowed down FURIA, and now they take market.
Dodge.
Shyy dodges.
Yeah, flash was dodged, but he just can't land a shot. Taco reactions. Nails a shot, back of the site. Needs to be concerned. But so slightly, he's hearing these ults get popped off on either side. It's adding a bit of confusion into the fray. The rest of mid, though, is also being pressured. It's a slow walk up. Both angles need to be watched for. Lev are very aware now that they have lost control of the middle of the map.
What a one-tap!
And losing control of the fights. On top of it, the duel's being won out. FURIA just barreling their way through, carving a path in either direction they could go in, but instead circling back right into Tacolilla. That's the angle watched down with the operator, only the one before traded, and now it should just be a clinical task, getting the spike down. No one to stop it.
That's fantastic.
30 seconds
Talk
left.
about throwing something new in your attack side, specifically for playoffs. That's a beautiful idea. You can't run it too often in your attack half, but when you think about how these two teams should stylistically face off, any new idea that you can throw out, use it here.
Yeah.
Don't wait for your defense side. So I love that from FURIA, the way that they carve their path all the way down mid, and then instead of going into some kind of classic market or catwalk pivot, they go and challenge Mazino and mwzera in spawn.
It's a very different look.
And the shots hit are also
the one that duels.
very nice.
Obstacle removed.
That's what it comes down to sometimes. You know, this is a shooting game, Brent.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. You're watching Pearl, you're seeing the double walls coming up. They are still shooting, but can't quite see what they're shooting at still. It's nice when it does reflect it. Attack FPS genre.
Evolution, the next step. Taco, though, takes his up over the catwalk. We don't see this defensive setup too often.
Oh, here's the updraft. Dash. Activated. Wide jump. Gets good information.
And now, as he leaves cat, kiNgg goes to pick it back up, so they go into their usual defensive setup. But it just had a bit of flair in the first 20 seconds.
Shyy normally playing deep onto the side, tucked away. Even the smoke as well to really sell this. Off-angle position. Cleared. Ever so slightly. Only the 1-for-1 though traded. Not going to be favorable actually. Now all that Killjoy utility that was otherwise going to be delaying this is taken out and removed. Hunter's Fury now forced through. That's NW just trying to make the most of it with the ultimate. Clearing some pathways into the back of the site, but avoid and dodge for now. mwzera. It's up to him, anchoring towards it. Taco supporting him. Going wide here with the shots onto it. Still onto lane. NW and Khalil alive in the fight. Low on HP, Khalil, a single shot. We're doing a shot down. Narrowly dodging, avoiding. This way, that way. Spikes drop down. 35 seconds remaining. Top down, NW. That is ludicrous.
Spot, but a similar story that we've seen many times from Taco this year. He's got to find his form in playoffs.
You have to see that step up. This map is getting out of hand. Oh. Clear line of sight angle off of the updraft.
I think you're right, Brent. At this point, the map may be out of hand for Leviatán. 5 rounds already from FURIA with no signs of slowing down. A lockdown to work with, too. This is a blazing start.
Yeah. They can keep it going. Keep it rolling. The ult cycling into round wins. The economy flourishing on their side. Partly down to the half armor that they've been utilizing as well, just saving all those credits up. And now it's a sneaky play. Bit of pressure towards mid. They can fight early, but now working their way towards B. Clearly, they feel like this is exploitable. Lockdown now going to be placed down.
Any counter from Shyy? Any
break
break from
Hunter's Fury? Yeah, he could end up utilizing this one. Nano Swarm, fragment nade. No one able to push through this one onto the smoke, trying to get themselves into the back of the site. FURIA really struggling here, bogged down a little bit, but eventually making their way towards it.
So what are these ultimates for Leviatán? How are they going to get value out of the lockdown, the Hunter's Fury?
Oh, now you're seeing it. Hunter's Fury is going to be used. Let rip right into the back of the site. A bit of damage. 80 done. Still, it's QCK. Close corner, not cleared out. A late lurk from Mazin. All he has to do now is stay alive, and he's doing his job. Preventing that backstab attempt of Nozwa, who's also trying to work in, but there's an opening. Surely, Lev, they have to jump on this.
They're gonna lock down.
There's so many. The lockdown being utilized in this scenario has left it into 2-on-2. There's no time to make advantage and take advantage of this, but it can't be broken. Mazin pushing forward. Mazin! What are you playing at? Shyy just has to stick that, and that is a cacophony of errors.
With so many tools for both sides to work with.
All the way back here, they're assuming defensive positions, but FURIA want nothing to do with it. Losing that player advantage. They're already starting to relocate, push up somewhere else. QCK. Deep position, drone. That's a half clearance. That's a half clearance. Half clearance, but they've got the layers to it.
Again, kiNgg is the one that has to fill the gap.
He does so. Listen, not the most precise shots in the world. It's a spray that does it, but now he still holds it for his team. Dart broken. 45 seconds.
And 4 players over here. They've read this rotate really nicely. As soon as you lose dgzin and you don't have the dash, it becomes impossible for you to A main repop. So a lot of teams are going to go for an A split after losing their jet or losing their dash even early in the round.
And FURIA at this point, they just need to save.
30 seconds left.
I don't think they will.
They are not good for the
They are not a team that likes to save, bro.
Well, they're going to be taking a contact play into it with 20 seconds left. The stack still active here for Lev. Made the right call with it. The only thing you can do is just contact push into it, and kiNgg's ready. He's holding this off angle. It's intelligent. He just knows how FURIA are going to be playing it. And now you are forced to save.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, they will take it in the 2v5.
One suppressed.
This is a huge one to keep building up Leviatán's economy. And kiNgg, with so many kills, is going to get closer and closer.
He's sitting at the top, 10 and 5.
Yeah, they are one and the same on Lev.
FURIA not opting to invest around the rest of those guns, which I think is the right call to make. Still danger in it, though, when they've got the rifles, and they're taking that mid-presence, mid-control. It's a flash play. Market is going to be theirs. Deep back angle. Shyy, I mean, he's not holding that particularly too well with the crosshair placement. He's going to get pushed all the way into the back of the site now. dgzin still with the dash. They know a player is in spawn. KINGG round the side. QCK is also looking for his timing. Timings on the timings. Who can take the better one? Might come down to just a coin flip, but KINGG so aware of all the presence. Shocked out in the back, though, with the prior damage done. Shyy, he's weakened, and they're barreling over Nozwa, who's the last line of defense ready to try and anchor this one, but they want to try and flood in. Taco, he's eager to take a fight. He's shut down in the process of it. Not able to get anything going. Every angle watched for, every moment covered, and that's FURIA with minor investments around their gun.
Just putting the squeeze on those 2 B anchors.
Yeah. Looks
This
like
is
a prime
interesting.
setup, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is the cannon dart that's designed to put pressure on people close, like KINGG.
It's forced out, at least that no command, but already look at that gap being exploited towards.
But MW lost his ult.
Grass and tree, yeah. MW did lose his ult in the process. The drone doesn't clear it again.
Not
no
again.
way, Nozwa, you gotta clear that. Corner not being watched for. And all the positioning. KINGG is gonna try and hold it down, but he's corralled, scurrying into the corner. 45 health. Nano Swarm, they know where he is. It's watched with the rifles. One shot to the chest, enough to bring him down.
Spike planted.
A 4v2 with Taco on a flank. And at this point, Lev, they have to commit. It's round 11.
2 more chances. You have to try and pull this one off. No one watching that one. Dice was open for a second. The reposition, though, they want to hide from Taco's operator. FURIA are leaving gaps. And maybe you're starting to see it. The explosiveness that we witnessed earlier on in the season by a team like Lev, but MW shuts it down. Can Taco still make the most of it? Set them up. Shot to the side. Needs a rifle, though. Better gun for the job. Spike not planted for him. Right to the side. It's dgzin at Dice. First half. No. Yo, did spray. The util. It's sent flying. Dart's lining up every single player. dgzin moving down to the side. No way! Adjustments are made and 2 kills collected. Cracked open towards the back of the site. Just needs his team to get in there and get the spike planted. And the post-plant positioning. It's not ideal. They don't have any B main control. But the player advantage should sail them through this.
Again, Shyy and Noz were utterly bullied. And the rest of Leviatán left to try and pick up the pieces.
Spamming the common positions. It's a 3v5. Got to try and put in some work. Paranoia, it's cut its way across. Angles, watch. Last player standing is king. Dart lights him up. Spam damage from every single line of sight. That's 8-4. And FURIA.
The second and third maps. But a pistol round would be a good start. Maybe get something back into this game. It is going to be a torturously long road, though, if they want to try and win on Ascent.
Oh, it's going to be hard. Look at that, all the way through B main, just disrespecting. Shyy, the dash across the cut across. Watch for, spam onto it. kiNgg falls early. He's been the guiding light for his team, and with him removed, how will this round be switched up? How will it change? Flank's got to be watched. Onto the side, dgzin just holds it. Shyy, a wider swing. Looking like he wanted to try and take the fight to them, and that's exactly what Taco was thinking. Pushing into his own smoke, but he's just being peppered with bullets, weakened this way, that way, flashed up to the side once more. The crossfires, the retakes. It's too good. It's sublime.
4 players left standing. And this looks like it's going to be a very quick map one.
One of the previous strengths of the team. And again, smoke down, Taco. Just contacting through it. Oh. Almost gifted a chance, almost gifted an opportunity, but it's met. Pound a pound of utility, fragment nades. Just narrowly dodged. Taco onto the box. Gets out of there. Shot Dart was almost claiming his life in the round, so it's 4 for 4. Players are weak, though.
FURIA has given up a lot of space here on the map. It looks like they want to go for an info peek. Mazino could be ready to punish this.
Feels risky.
Not with only a sheriff in hand.
Yeah, with both of them there. Bulldogs as well. It's surely enough. Also,
Spike down mid.
given enough leeway for the shots here. Another little flank retake. That's Taco.
But that does not compute.
He attempted
When
a
they do
backstab.
their explosive, kiNgg unloading utility. Taco updraft dashing into sight. This time, much slower. Contacting B main.
Much slower. Breaking the turret, walking. Avoiding a lot of those sound cues. Flash. Drops down there. Mazin unleashing the second one. Close to the corner, that's QCK.
He read that so well.
He really did. As soon as the smoke was dropped down close to the corner, he plays inside of it immediately.
Getting crazy good value as well out of the Spectre.
Ferrying away the guns, they don't want to give those rifles. Dropping it back.
But they're also just making so much
All the noise in the world.
Everybody on FURIA knows where everybody on Leviatán is currently.
Drone re-clear. Spotted dgzin. Crouched down. You gotta know he's got enough money for the operator, so that's information. But playing around this one, it's a 4v5.
Here.
2 different attempts as well. Stack from FURIA. They think it's going to be a re-hit into B. Spike as well. Looked like it was leaning towards A. Now going back into mid.
Yeah, Leviatán have tons of
30
options. This
seconds
round
left.
does not feel like they quite know what they're up to, but kiNgg, the IGL, playing over in A main, is telling his team to come and meet them. This one's for the A site. What do they have to clear? Through a tree? Not much, but that's fine because there's no one there.
Yeah. Paranoia's there. Time running short though. 12 seconds into the round. Moving forward, Paranoia buys a bit extra. Space gain, still alive. Still in the fight, still kicking! Flick to the side. Mazino gonna regret taking that one. Still, Spike is planted. Do have some of the guns, but this is gonna be the retake into it. FURIA have looked good in this capacity. Door needs to be broken. Knives on knives. What's the call to be made?
They're waiting for Mazin. Look at him in gelato right now, coming to take A main control.
Yeah, that's going to be the cue. Dart there. Shot lands though. dgzin on it. Quick scope! Pure prediction. Shyy onto the angle, he's brought down. Crumbling to his knees, FURIA are looking just monstrous. What a way to begin.
Leviatán clearly do have some different stuff planned for their attack side. They're running a different default here with 3 into B main. The question is, has it all just been far too late for them to reinvent the playbook? They're already down 11-4. Hunter's Fury online for Nosworth. In the past, they've pretty much always taken this on an A split. And now joining down mid, just looking to push dgzin away.
Ooh. Well, three-peak attempt there. Mazin ends up falling to the deep default. Mazino on top of the box. Nice line of sight angle. It's a common enough position that the Omens like to play these days, but it's opened themselves up to a 2-player advantage, and that's exactly what they were hoping for.
They're expecting another repush out of B main.
I got the
King's
spike coming
read
back.
on FURIA right now is that they are simply going to push everything at all times.
It's very much the opposite. A call is made to stack towards the A site.
But that's going to clear the path for Leviatán.
Yeah. It's going to be easy access to the site. Granted for them.
And
30
so
seconds left.
here you really do still have to ask the question, if Leviatán have rebuilt their attack side playbook and reinvented themselves for playoffs, have they got access to that a little too late perhaps? This comeback just seems mountainous.
Yeah,
It seems
good luck.
almost impossible,
10 seconds
specifically on ascent. Because FURIA are only 2 rounds away from winning this map, and it's about 60% defense-sided right
It's
now.
the most defense-sided map that we've got currently in the pool.
Right.
So just to put that into context.
And again, the last time these two teams played, only 4 rounds were won combined on attack.
Yeah.
So, you know, both of these teams know what they're doing on defense, usually. Not that that worked for Leviatán in the first half.
We'll find out. MW. He's got almost 4K built up in the bank. His goal, take away these guns, take the fights towards him. Very quirky movement, back and forth, jiggling it. Dropped a rifle down as well, but looking to see if they can take out any more of these players. Khalil, the ADS, has to respect it though, backing away. Everyone grouped up, side by side.
Opponent's tendencies, stuff that's been missing from the Lev game plan.
Yeah.
But now, this classic A-split maneuver. I've seen kiNgg call this many, many times. A FURIA ready?
Mazin. Oh, he spots the gun, doesn't win the battle. That's Taco. Updraft dash. Already making his way all the way through. Backside of Jenny Khalil. He's here. He's holding for the swing from Switch. And Taco gambles incorrectly. The shorty was pulled out. He thought it was going to be a close corner angle that was watched for. Fight's being taken on every area of the map. Respect being showcased.
But
Khalil.
kiNgg prevails.
Yeah. Wins his one out. So 4-on-4. Oh, 3v3. Spikes planted, lockdown available. This is
Nosworth
clear
has
out
ult.
the site. Ult. And there's FURIA. It's going to be taking that one out, but FURIA not wasting their time, their chance, their opportunity, and they know where Nosworth is. Ultin from main. He's lit up. The Nana Swarm. He cannot swing. He cannot fight. He cannot push them back. FURIA set themselves up. To map the dgzin. He strikes. And Tacolilla, he's out of the map. No way to bring him back here. 12-5, looking at the cusp of it. I've sent flying straight into Timmy. What did he do to deserve that?
And here's kiNgg on desperation.
He has to take a risk, doesn't he? Walks up through the smoke, removes the drone early enough. FURIA are going to be thinking, okay, well, how much more of mid have they actually taken here? But need an opening.
There's an alarm bot here, and dgzin's playing in front of it.
Oh, and it's just fallen to pieces. Let's make the call here. Exploration everywhere. Risks, of course, taken. Trying to make the most of it. Trying to hunt for anything to equalize, but at this point, every player being whittled away. kiNgg and Nosworth left standing. 12-5 on the brink. Last one left. That's just kiNgg. But it's just done. Spam out to the corner. Confidence is boundless.
Defenders win.
And FURIA strolling away. A short clash.
Wow, everybody hiding from Leviatán.
Patient. This is common. They'd like to do this. Snake bite around the back. That's going to set them up with the flash. Everybody getting brutalized. But the damage to the bullets, it's exchanged. It's evened to a degree. But still, it's FURIA with the two-player advantage. Shyy on the close corner, the spike. Planted, but watch for, damage done, Khalil! He lands it. Up, high tide cuts across, contacting through. FURIA make no noise at all! No notice that they are taking it. Anti-flash played around the back, and they're all collected up.
I got the spot.
MW, one away by the way to result. He's gonna plan, he's gonna get it. Just in time for the bonus round.
That could be really pivotal. We saw a bonus round ultimate, I believe it was the null command on Ascend, make a huge difference.
My ult's ready.
And of course, this is just the second round after the pistol. You're expecting FURIA to win this because they have massively better weaponry. But I do think it showcases that FURIA are ready for this level of aggression from Leviatán on both of the sides of the map. When we saw Lev play this, and remember, it's been almost a month since we've seen Lev play Pearl. People just tend to ban it against them. So it's been almost a month. When Lev did play it, they had a lot of mid-aggression with Taco, with Nozwa, with Mazino. And then they would also play aggressive in A main and B main with that same trio. Strategy this time.
Lev would love to shut this one down. A bit of a team flash there.
So this cascade and flash setup is what Leviatán usually do when they're fighting heavy towards mid. And you can see that they bait that at the beginning of the round, and it's only Taco over here.
Oh.
Not confident to take the fight against QCK with a Guardian.
Just backs away. It's like Jiggle Peak, hunting for it. Snake bite, that is a little bit too short of the mark.
No, that's trying to break the alarm bot. That's
okay,
trying to take out some of the...
In case the Killjoy setup.
Yeah, some of the KJ setups.
Yeah.
He didn't just miss the one on Taco.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I was like, that's a bit, okay, maybe the playoff pressure getting a bit, you know, too much to him, but no. Still, Taco is gonna have to be huge to shut this down as the Viper Wall's brought up in his face. Second snake bite, much more intentional towards the back of Halls. High tide, rips its way through. There's the Seekers playing a decent part as well. Clearing a decent amount of space, so Lev forced to play back here into the retake. Still, cause to be confident. Maybe a cause for concern as well. This is very far up onto the back of the side. Back of Halls doubled up. It's being played. Dog needs to be broken. It is at that, so they don't clear properly into the back of Halls, and this fight does take it. It's held. The crossfire is there. Salvage saved. QCK is putting in so much work. Towards the back with the Guardian. Flash in his face. Can't see a thing. Let's loose the clip. But 3 in a round. King's there. And there's so much patience and so much confidence there. It's FURIA.
Because their job is to kind of hold on to space for FURIA. And Khalil rinsed them last time. When they clashed in the regular season, that was where Khalil was hitting the jump shots onto Shyy, hitting otherworldly stuff. It doesn't even look like he needs to hit that form today.
No, the team play, prior preparation is there currently. FURIA. Looking surgical in some of these moments. They slow this one all the way down. There was a chance. King was there with the ADS. Orb immediately goes up. Now the swarm dropped down behind him. Dodges it. They cancel the call to use any more util towards A. Now cutting noise and starting to work their way over towards B. QCK slowly working his way towards that, just gaining a bit of that map control for his team.
I mean, Shy's doing the same jump peak stuff that we were just talking about. Oh, B split.
Yeah, flash through, dash as well. It's going to cut that one up. No one holding close to that corner, but at the back of Halls, Shyy is going to be feeling the heat. Soul one there, flash connects, so now they know that there is a player sitting in there. How do you approach it? How do you clear it? Shorty, jumping round. That is a very wide peak, but it is traded. Still, 1 for 1. Plan going to go down.
Miles, heal up, squad.
You're still alive in a fight. Now, Trailblazer into the back. No stun connection. It's there. Reckoning online. This is really going to be putting a dampener onto any sort of attempt to try and get anything going for Lev. They wade right into it. Choked up. Nozwa. Last one left with just the stinger. Ideally looking to go down to the spike.
Somewhat expensive, utilizing the Reckoning there in the post plant when Leviatán haven't invested in weaponry in this round. I think that's about the only silver lining that we've seen, though, this whole map.
But even then, I don't hate it from Mazin.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you use it in that scenario, you know that your back Halls player is being pressured.
Here's the only compounding effect of that, though, Bren, I think. is that QCK would love to get his Vikers pit down in
This
the
is
next round.
barreling down B. Too long. There's got, of course, the Nanoswarm set up here. Parball cutting it away. Flash over it. Right around the corner, Mazino. I mean, he's granted a chance and an opportunity. Of course, he's going to grasp it. Weird pathing from dgzin. Hoping he can get himself up onto heaven there, but brought down in the blink of an eye. They find themselves again in that 4v5. We brought up the stats. Even when FURIA are in a disadvantaged position like this, they still are favored to win it so far.
Which absolutely should not be the case, obviously. You look at what kiNgg, or where, rather, kiNgg is. There's a ping there from FURIA over on the A side. kiNgg is way in front of that, getting really good information for his team. The player at risk, to be honest, is Taco. He's on such a close angle with this op.
Off angle, though, on top of the box. Don't really hard clear that one. So, opens it up, but no time wasted. Running all the way through. Taco with a reposition, missed the shot.
But kiNgg's got a fantastic spot here.
Yeah, smoke at his feet. They are cut on. They have to make the call here that A main could be compromised. Look at them. They're jiggling it, baiting it. They know it's there. Cove. Gets them onto the site. Plant going to be stuck. Pushing forwards, QCK. It's spammed down, and the fights are being won out just like that.
A.
Not enough time to spare
10
now. 10
seconds left.
seconds. Down to nothing. Khalil with plenty of money. Would love to do some more economical damage, but chooses not to take the fight to them.
Finally, Leviatán get around on this alone once again with op in hand.
Flash. Connects Cascade, push forwards, he hits them, running him down! With the dash active, updraft, the movement is clean.
Great
Gets out of
work.
his life. Massive play, Khalil now. Tries to answer it back once more. He's moving forwards, he's got a teammate at his back. Trailblazer, no one to break this one, Taco has to commit. The shot's there. Mazin also, he's getting a little bit cheeky with it, isn't he? He's worked his way up with the Cascade, obfuscating it. It's a split up into it. And all the way at the back of the hall, it's anyone's game. With this many walls in their face, the smoke's there, on top of it, Trailblazer broken, round to the side, Taco. He wants to get a fight, a clean one, but he's not going to be handed it. It's never easy.
Spike planted.
Still control towards the back of the halls here. Shyy was handed again another opportunity. Could not find it, could not get the kill. And with the Viper's pit down now, it gets that much more difficult. Op angle. MW. High tide. Reactions there. Retreats back to the pit. Defensive position flashed up. Aims for the reaction. Snakebite clears him. This is good util from Lev. But you still have to wade through all of this. The murky unknowns, the green on your screen. Whoa, jumping with the shorty. Mazin to do the most.
Very chaotic for Leviatán, and we're getting back into this round
we go.
as the op is still getting pressured on the opposite side of the map now.
Met. MW. Wide swing. No util to clear him off that angle, so Taco is granted.
A reminder, Taco had 3 first duels on the opening map of Ascent. It feels like he's taking that many duels per round now, including all of the first ones.
It's that centerpiece of how they want to be playing this one. Dash into the side, dgzin's there. Cove now up, Mazin. Will he get the plan off for free? Cove's broken into the corner. The damage connecting. Out of Reckoning.
That Reckoning's so good. It pushes Leviatán back and stops them from going for their lockdown retake.
Retaking the back of the side. Taco. There's a stunner. His feet dodging side by side. Mazin already pushing back into it, but they don't expect a second player there. Mazin still. He holds it. The line towards the back of the side. The lockdown knows he has to push this one. Turret in his face, 5 HP. Kills the Lance. Taco. The return of the fire. Lockdown. It's going to be paving the way, but the players are out of it. They're not going to be detained, and time is running so low. Nanoswarm's at his feet. He hears it place. He knows he can't win it. He has to back away. He has to save.
And the FURIA dominance simply continues.
We see an uptick in that form. FURIA. Similar beginning. High tide now. Cuts up into half of it, playing inside the smoke. Taco, good movement. Not enough to adjust though. It's dgzin. And look at that. Pushing all the way through. Tried to time it up with the dog. It is returned and traded. Seekers now getting a bit scrappy. It's anarchy.
But already, QCK and Khalil have taken their timings through B-Link. They recognize that Leviatán were getting the better end of it, and they've already given Mazin more options as the IGL.
Yeah, turret broken now. Shyy moves forwards anyway. Wants to take the fight to them, but Still alive. Towards the back, he knows he's being pressured.
Recalling
Regain
my
control
bot.
of Falls. Now there is an opportunity, a chance to slow this down. 50 seconds into the round. Wall falling.
Oh, that B-Link flash, it gives them bad information. They think Khalil's disappeared.
And that gives the right timing now for FURIA. Moving forward to the high tide.
Bomb grenade out.
And the swarm's not broken though. Already onto the side. Shyy has to push up inside of his own. Got his teammates to back him though. Kobe's there. Kills found. Before it can materialize, before it can...
Tries to solidify himself, this time over on the A side. Always playing opposite to Taco. And FURIA are taking A main. Come hell or high water.
Yeah. Taking control, farming up the orb. Reckoning is online. You have to imagine that's going to be utilized now. King spotted.
Placing bomb grenade.
Free aim now, Reckoning as well into the side. Obviously, setup has been moved. Shyy now playing here with the Nano Swarms. Activating both of them, just trying to buy a bit of time for the rest of his team to get into it, but it's pushed back. dgzin now. High ground angle, has to clear out through into the back of Secret. Now, see the spike. Time to get planted. Cove is broken, reposition from Mazin, and this is a flood attempt by Leviatán. Gotta play together though. Spike drop down, should be advantaged, and they should have a chance. Footsteps, both teams waiting for the right time here. Possibly Util to come back on with the flash is there. Snakebite into the corner, clearing the corners. They want to take the fight straight up! Just to get on one after the other, but the crossfire is down. Shyy looked like asleep at the wheel for fun. A moment, Khalil still alive! 3 for it.
Oh, is this the
Same
pistol
look.
setup again?
Same look. It's the pistol setup. But it's noted, surely. There's a flash around the corner. They know they're there. Trying to play anti-flash round the side. Will they get anything else, any more value? It looks so unlikely. Damage is certainly being done here. Nozwa have to take away 2 of the guns, but
Pushed or punished, and always delivered.
it's an equal spread in terms of those numbers. Taco with the operator. Needs to be their savior. Bullets rattled side to side, smoke in his face. He doesn't know where to look. Has to drop both of them down. Dog sailing past him. Spray through into the smoke. Mazino falls early. No one can play up to this one, not with a lockdown cleaving them all the way back, and the space is gained deep here. MW close onto the corner, but okay, Taco aware of it. Now a lockdown can be used in kind. That's going to clear through into the back of Halls. This flank attempt by QCK might be pivotal. We'll keep an eye on it. Round stand of aggress. Backing out. Any sort of detainment? Not quite.
Get out of my way.
Straight up playing the retake.
But there's no high tide, there's no harbor utility.
Yeah, not going to have that extra wall to push them away. You have to take the fights to them. Shot misses. Taco's low. Smoke to cover his teammates back. QCK, he's going to be the difference maker. He's with every shot. And Shyy's just stuck in the way. Take it out. Destroyed. Have on it. Shots this way, that way. Nozwa sticking. Not enough time. Yes. Barely done. Final round of the first half. Last chance. Leviatán. Desperate hope to get that 4th round. Again, the similar cautious beginning. Using the util to take that A main control. He's done a lot. Okay. Instantaneous QCK! He's always there. Ready for the swing, ready for the trade, not lacking the confidence.
And kiNgg was trying to pop his Viper's ult based off pressure from FURIA. He was playing a really aggressive spot. But now they're in a 3v4, and he's used his pit on the opposite side of the map. He's just going to be anchored to that position, tethered there. Miles away from the action.
Ball's being made though. He's already leaving it, already abandoning it. They can hear it, barreling their way down B long. Trailblazer clearing the closed corners, a bit of spam on top of it, but they still have to get through this Nano Swarm setup. This is Shyy. Pop this off now. Alarmbot taking that contact. Still, dgzin all the way into the back of Horse. The Reckoning clearing through. No time wasted. Nozwa, look at this from him. Wants to take the battle to them. 2 kills, traded out though. Still, needs to get the spike down. Mazin is dead. Not enough bullets left. Shyy.
At the beginning of this, and it's going to force out a piece of utility early on.
Trailblazer taken out.
And look at where the Killjoy has their utility set up. Look at Khalil's alarm bot in particular. They have not got any intention of seriously fighting for mid. They want to fake like there's people in mid, and then actually stack heavy towards the sites.
Hard anchoring. Cascade gets used as the turret takes that contact.
They didn't break
Don't
the turret.
break it.
Did they think they broke the turret?
I'm not too sure. I mean, that is very odd.
I mean, that is way, way too much value that Khalil is getting out of that. It's going to allow 4 people to stay over towards B. As soon as the turret takes a bit of damage but doesn't get broken, they know that they're going in the opposite direction. FURIA have read them like a book.
All because of that one misstep. Flash is going to confirm their suspicions. They're going to be granted towards them up through Link. But sight is anchored. It's locked down. Dash. Forwards are cut it up inside the smoke. Mazin wants to take the fight to him. Back and forth, back and forth. The right clicks.
Spike down.
It's there.
B.
Maybe Taco's done enough. Set them out for it. Mazin
player
there.
standing.
Oh, wall falling inopportune. Shyy capitalizes, lands the shot for him. Up to Khalil now. Has the armor, has the frenzy. Maybe it will be a bit of a raid boss moment, but he's got so much to clear. There's a crossfire setup. King holding just close to it, spots it out.
Map dependent, but just in general as a team, their defense has been poor.
Stacked up though. They take the gamble, they take the fight to it. Flash deep over the top.
They're gonna fight, they're gonna
Mazino
swing.
falls, and yet there's no confidence there to take these fights. Taco, the back of the box, NagZ trying to pick and choose the right timings, and they do so correctly. Absorb the aggression, and then bait them back in for the refight.
And it's those small moments by Leviatán where they just open up an opportunity for FURIA to potentially grasp and make something enormous out of something small.
They make you hold your breath.
Absolutely, but nevertheless.
My way.
So high to begin with. Interesting wall. It's going to be cutting its way across into A main. Baits that Leviatán are kind of trying to play this slowly. Anything but towards the art direction. Taco again taking point and winning his fight out. Okay.
Yeah, he's turned up, hasn't he? Ascent was same Taco lackluster performance, but here on Pearl, he looks like he's playing with something to prove.
We needed that step up. Slowed down towards the minute mark. Mid control. Poking and prodding. Looking for re-aggression from FURIA. But
And they often will.
here
dgzin
we
and
go.
MW, here they start.
might be setting up for it, aren't they? And no util being used, just contacting up. Taco! Looking this way, that way, 360, all sorts of directions. Didn't know what to be watching for. And still, it's a contact play. Lever just trying to work their way into this one without making too much noise, but being met with the rifles to beam them down. 2 players left. Spike dropped down in the middle of nowhere. 30 seconds. Steadily getting less and less to work with. Would have to be massive. You can pick up a rifle upgrade though. Shy's going to take that Vandal for a bit more. Nana Swarm.
It's a good read.
Yeah, into the corner. Dead at that one spam. Oh my!
Oh, start this off. They throw a flash and a high tide, but this is to bait like they're playing aggressive on the B side of the map. Actually, the killjoy is there. This is FURIA trying to mess with kiNgg's head.
And look at this. The re-aggress towards mid. Double doors. That's where they got their sights on. Cascade. Preventing anyone from pushing through. Now Lev. Looking towards B. Looking to set themselves up for the B split. Stun. The connection. No follow-up. Instead, Shyy works himself in a different direction and it's still being watched for. So,
Oh no.
a 4v5.
With Shyy falling, the alarm bot goes down. dgzin was already pushed up in A, but now he gets the opportunity to flank.
all the way around. There's a fight to be taken. And it's kiNgg that wins it, but he doesn't expect this, surely. No, not a
Poison's
clue.
gone.
That's got to accelerate things.
Place. Yeah, you have to start playing now with a bit of pace. Updraft, up onto the corner. Smoke. Fades drop down. Taco with his back to it. Does not expect Khalil to be holding. Another flash. It's beautiful with the connection. Mazino attempted to swing through onto the cove playing out.
And here Shy's going to get pushed once more.
Fire dropped. There's contact. Dog's broken early on. Shyy needs to win the fight. Dash still there. Seekers. Full committal. It's only the 1-for-1. With the Spectre in his hands. NagZ. It's not set up for it. It's a squeeze. Taco. He's all the way through main. And they were none the wiser. But quick reactions from MW. He will shut that down. Now the Seekers.
Spike planted.
Barreling the way forwards. Trying to clear the way up onto the high ground. Pop flash. Okay. NagZ. He dodges it. It's a full util dump, but it is all over the place.
What a Sky outplay. That's
Oh
ridiculous.
my. This way, that way, on top of the boxes.
He has to contend with those kind of pushes. And he navigated it fairly well with NagZ. dgzin with op online over towards B as IGL faces star player down B long.
Orb was farmed up a bit prior as well. Mazino built up to that big one, the Reckoning.
And it looks like they're coming to join King. I don't think they have the read that dgzin is here, but the Reckoning into the op could be fabulous. The question is, does the Reckoning ever clear this left-hand side?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he would use it.
I don't think he will. Having said this, Bren, it looks like a fake. The spike was drawn over to B early, and the Reckoning, you know, it all looked set up for a big B committal.
Careful
And
here.
yet, Shyy and mwzera creep their way through A main, watching out for dgzin, who could be in any of these spots. Such an aggressive defensive player.
A lot of time being taken off the clock. Got 40 seconds left. Is the goal to still sell this one like it could be the B hit?
It has
likely,
to be.
yeah.
But where's the Sky utility? Do you buy on this if there's no Sky?
The Reckoning as well. The big committal with the ultimates is exchanged, and a chance to fight back. FURIA flashing through into it. Again, the dodging of the movement. Mazin, he's too clean with it. A wider swing, a wider face, but Taco, he does put a stopper to it, and still.
Spike planted.
Plan does go down. Khalil, though, making sure they don't step themselves deeper in towards the back of the site, so still holding towards Secret and Flowers.
The positioning is madness once more.
Reflank, QCK, he wins it out, even with the Guardian. 2 shots is all it takes, picks up the upgrade, and now running all the way back into the sideline. Those were the dodging of the move, but enough with the shots. Tap, tap with a rifle. And the double play setup. Both players towards R. dgzin taking a first contact onto the corner. They don't know where King is. Expected to be towards main. Sticking all the way. dgzin on half, all the way. Not quite Khalil. He's taken out. Snake bite, pushing him back. dgzin, he needed to land a shot. King. He reigns.
Looking to reclear something on the map or have dgzin on an aggressive angle that catches you out. It's unpredictable by their very nature.
Well, it feels like the first time in this series. FURIA are dropped down to weaker guns in this one. And it looks like an exploration attempt into mid. They're taking a fight. There needs to be that containment. There is. The necessary fights are won out by Leviatán with their rifles. And now they begin to slow this one all the way down.
Healing over here.
FURIA there for one of the first times actually run into the alarm bot I was talking about. Shyy and King deciding to play much more safely on an anti-eco, which makes sense. So this time, FURIA's proactivity
Here.
doesn't reap rewards.
It should be an easy cleanup now at this point.
The question to me ends up being, do ults get committed?
I feel like 2v5, probably unlikely.
FURIA would love to drag one out.
It's up to Khalil to see if he can do that. No way. No way, wading right through it, his own nano swarm.
Great try.
Yeah, great attempt to try and deny that plan, but he won't get it.
Spike planted.
That does actually get Khalil's lockdown online for the next round.
Hawk out.
mwzera one away. We are geared up for an enormous ultimate clash for round 20.
Hawk out.
And this merely the calm before the storm as MW faces a 1v5 that is, in all senses, unwinnable.
Yeah.
But Leviatán have mounted a serious comeback here.
Yeah, at this point, start putting a bit more respect on their names. Not willing to go out too easily. They don't want that 2-0 defeat. This early on in the playoffs would be dire. To be knocked all the way down to that lower bracket. You got to imagine again the stakes, the expectations. Getting deeper into that America's playoffs, it's all on the line. It's almost necessary to really come into your own.
Playing a lockdown retake potentially on this B side. And dgzin's not here either. No operator, that's found in mid.
You just need to take the contact here. It's a fight to be taken. Ults expended on either side. Crouch Shyy on the angle, and he's got his team to back him up. King and Shyy have been doing the most. All that containment towards mid, not just against the weaker buys, but now the guns as well.
FURIA might just have to go for a save here. It's hard on the defense side, to be honest, because you don't know where Leviatán are going to end up. But if Lev end up getting into a plant situation, it could end up being rough for them. The benefit that FURIA have is that the B site is still locked off with this Viper's Pit. But playing 1-1-1 around the map leaves a ton of openings for Lev to barrel through.
And it is a little bit risky. I mean,
Here.
you need to save your guns if you're FURIA.
I've got your
You
trail.
don't have the money to keep throwing them away into rounds like this, but maybe they feel like they just can't. The Seekers pushing back. They know that one player is isolated there on towards the back of the side. It's Khalil, still with the setup.
30 seconds
Are going to be
left.
spotting this one, MW. All about the timing on this one. Swings wide, takes the fight. All the way to them, Nozwa. Still alive and kicking. kiNgg. Still safe hands, isn't it? Same setup, same utility. We're used to seeing this now in the Americas. Viper Orb, the Cascade. Take it easy control. The top side of B long. They're not willing to hit the button just yet and commit to anything, of course. They want to try and poke and prod and see where some of the FURIA players are.
Once more, Brent, I'm looking at the ult status here, right? You've got Lockdown, you've got Viper's Pit. Lockdown is often going to be used towards the B site. It's great at pushing people away, stopping them from spamming and denying the cove going down. But again, are they going to utilize it in this round? You would love it for the next.
kiNgg makes the call now to start to walk over towards A. I think there was that early B presence and pressure, the utility they were pumping into the site. I think the hope there was to either spot out a stack or force rotations, but information gained on the return side of things there with that flash. So FURIA, got to expect now that this is leaning towards A. We're only 30 seconds left, and this is where it could get dangerous. Stingers in their hands. Trailblazer's broken early on. Updraft there, dgzin. He's handed the perfect angle on a platter. And of course, gobbles that one back up with the rifles now. We're down to 17 seconds. 4 on 4. QCK still there. Watching for it. High tide. It's messy. And it's not exactly surgical, but it has to be done with brute force. Barreling the way through into the back. Khalil, a chance to deny. A chance denied. It's Shyy who survives on one hit.
And dgzin takes his op for a walk up A. He knows there's a turret here.
Is the adjustments you were talking about?
Yeah, I really feel like it's a good place for him to play, but he probably needed a bit more aggression to remove the turret early.
It's high tide. Blocks off 2 of the mid approaches.
This Trailblazers,
They're so far back.
I mean, it actually gets a lot of work done.
Yeah, just clearing, I believe, the front side of R and then going back potentially, but okay. It's a face, a fight. It's taken. Updraft to the side, Taco! What an opening. An upgrade found with the rifle. Bit of a flip onto the map. A main control still needs to be held down here. QCK's been overwhelmed. It's up to dgzin. Still holding it. The dash is there. The operator as well, but he doesn't know which way to look. Dash round. Tries to dodge it with a movement, but the spray from Taco eventually claims the reward with the Viper's Pit down now. Lev, a setup. It's going to be that 12th round. It's inevitable. FURIA have no intention of taking the fight.
What a comeback this has been. What a comeback. And although it got a little messy there in the Jet v Jet battle, I do want to give more props to Taco, because he has found his footing in the final hour, potentially. Map 2, the first, an absolute disaster. And yet he's come out all guns blazing on Pearl. I don't mean to rag on the guy, but again, he has been clearly the worst duelist heading into playoffs. His performance all year, he just hasn't been able to find the form. We know that he's a great player. We've seen
should say, in this scenario,
a push-up though. FURIA, dgzin and MW playing together, trying to take the game into their own hands.
might be a scramble to talk to the side. Latches onto the back of kiNgg. He's taken out easily. Snakebite, that's just a delay. Reckoning, forwards, left. They're striking. It's 4 on 4. Got to clear through all this utility though, and a lockdown that cannot be fought over. You have to respect the space. It's used though.
But I love this. Counter lockdown, delayed. So there's about 8 seconds here where they know that the site is going to be theirs. They can still back off and get in.
Yeah, FURIA cannot flood back in to reinforce the back of the side to try and take it back.
They're going to try with the
down to the fight in a brawl. It's a flood attempt all the way through, just gliding right to the side to dgzin. He misses almost everything. The blade's going wide.
It's a scramble and a pivot to B, a
All
foot race.
the way, and they are being chased. They can hear it. The sound cues are evident. Are they going to be able to block this one off? Who is favored? And that's what it comes down to. Lev, there's an angle here. MW. Can he do the most? There's a head to be found, but he's taking all sorts of damage. Spike to be planted, sprayed by Khalil. Brought down to their knees. An attempt by Nozwa, but even he is denied, and Shyy. Last one standing. Forced to take a back seat. 20 seconds left. No chance in hell of him winning this one. And so FURIA get the chances of staying in map 2 alive and kicking.
10 10 seconds left.
And what a way in which to do it. After so many straight rounds in a row from Leviatán, FURIA wiping beads of sweat from their brow.
Greater investment on the attack side. It's got to be huge. He's been so for most of the map. He's been setting themselves up, but usually with the rifle in his hands, not this.
Shyy is so bold and aggressive in mid, playing alongside with kiNgg. He's taken A control with turret, and he's taken mid control with alarm bot. He's doing so much to give kiNgg info, and the rest of these players down B long info.
Walking. Flash round. Breaking the turret. Now stepping away.
Screen down.
See if they can get a little bit more as well, but the longer they wait, the worse this will be. Mazin has been sitting on his reckoning. That is going to be a critical ultimate.
They don't exactly know where Mazin is just yet. He used High Tide at the start of the round over by A. Now he's got it back online, but they haven't seen any Harbor utility. If they see some on A, they might accelerate the B hit. Likewise, they haven't broken this Killjoy setup either.
And this could shoot them up and spit them back out again. Updraft dash into the smoke. Oh, a few stray bullets. Almost got the kill. QCK sets his sights now.
The backstab, though, it's going to be coming
towards mid.
behind
It
him.
is that backstab fight. Shot landed. The adjustment. Shy's there. The wider swing as well to cover the fire, but enough damage was done that both of those players are weak.
He won 40, both of them.
Yeah, unfortunate. They couldn't bring them both down. But the job might just be finished here and now. Lev. Spike is planted. The reckoning gets nothing. A deeper High Tide. This is going to be placed up now. And it's all down to this for FURIA. Player disadvantage to tap onto it. Forces the first layer of util out. But you got to play up. You got to take the fights right past this one. Movement, dodging, juking to the side. Mazino will be the first to fall. And still they take the battle towards them. But nobody is sticking the spike. It's coming down to critical seconds. And at this juncture, who will reign supreme? Who will land the shots? Sticking through on the gold. FURIA, they survive. Lev with a decent job so far, bringing it so close. FURIA scramble. It's all even. Bit of a reset now in terms of the pace and expectations.
FURIA doing the same thing, taking early A control, alt loading into Mazin, and then starting to move back through B-Link. Mazino's been throwing this High Tide all the time, and they've been bullying him. Mazino's still, I think, got single-digit kills.
Yeah, he's sitting at the bottom of his scoreboard for his team. Doesn't have the confidence right now to be winning a lot of these fights. Not looking too comfortable. Call is made, though, for FURIA. Dash forwards, High Tide as well, splits up this side. Now Shyy, still going to be sitting towards the back. Dog broken, spam as well. Will they be blessed with a kill? Just trying to force out that util. It's a tap of the spike. Sitting in the snake bite though, sticking this one here. Single bullet would do it to him. The turret still not broken. It brings him down. Never been granted. A massive chance. Swarming themselves onto the site. All the smokes blocking them off. The High Tide, every single angle. And it's down to the util again. But it's a 3v5. And as long as it's watchful with the code placed up, down to MW. He sprays it down, he sprays it through. He gains the one, but not enough done. Leviatán. Close it out. On the precipice of bringing us to that map number 3. So damn important.
Scout destroyed.
This is where kiNgg got caught before. He's not going to make the same mistake again. Backs up.
All the way.
And has spotted dgzin.
Left to disrespect the High Tide. Has ripped his way across at the beginning of the round here.
mwzera still has Trailblazer. This can be used to try and clear dgzin out, but look how early he has to use this.
Does spot him though. Even connecting the stun, forces the dash from dgzin, so respect showcase. Oh, and the alternation. A little bit of pressure towards it. They take the fight right through the box, and QCK not safe. Doubled up with the spray.
The game plan from Leviatán has actually worked so well on their attack sides this map. They put a little bit of pressure somewhere and just wait for the defenders to peek and push on the other.
45 seconds, player advantage. And cleared. And a Killjoy util. Khalil still got that one up, so they know they haven't pushed up past this. But the alarm bot meets them, notifies them. Now FURIA, it's going to come down to hitting these shots.
30 seconds
The exec
left.
comes through. Nana Swarm blocking off the common position. Plant from Mazino, stuck, but it's covered. The right angle's there, and you can feel it now. The tension, the pressure is on. Khalil, the top side angle. No one was watching that. And Taco will fall. He's sort of repositioned. He's going to be calling that out to his team, but it's a 3v4. And dgzin, he's got the up. Art fight one. And now squeezing onto Mazino, taking the right timings with it. Have to win this fight. They do. Down to kiNgg again. Snake bite. Launched at the feet. He knows no one's sticking it. It collides. Weak enough. One kill found. Doesn't land the second. Khalil, he saves it. And it's brought again, Josh, another round of OT.
And how fitting that it was the two players most clutch for either tackle early to get him on deep lines. And what that means is, if FURIA just run at him, even when he got a pick, he was forced to give up so much space.
Luckily, no pressure in his direction for now. Can hold that deeper line just with the operator. Gives them that constant information now.
Recalling my bot.
Cascade pushed up. That's just so Mazin can reposition. Get the high tide off from the corner now, and it's going to block off Art. All the way wraps around towards the back of the site.
Water rising.
And is this just going to be a straight up hit? Dash into the smoke right around the corner. That's into secret. dgzin. Beautiful page from the playbook. Dog spots it. Exchange though. Push forward. Shyy looks to try and take the fight as well to them. Snake bites at their feet, but wrong timing for the smoke to fade. kiNgg claims that kill. Flash is exchanged. dgzin is in no man's land. He's alone. No one to really help him fight off of this one.
Does he get cleared though?
I'd expect it. Here, now repositioned with the updraft. There was Util being used to push him back. Now the high tide as well towards Art. Fight being met pound for pound. It comes down to how these duels get one out. And already holding towards main, smoked off. Sticking it down onto the defuse. Khalil, will there be any spam? Any sort of presence? It's half of the defuse. Needs to hit the shots. The reset's there, but Shyy on the high ground position. The watchful eye and defensive.
Have Leviatán got it this time?
Trailblazers spotting out the one. What's the response from Lev? Already taken up that mid control to clearance now towards Art together, grouped up, and again it's Taco. The one who's taking point, the one who stepped up.
Blinded.
Mazino has actually missed his cascade over in B Link. So QCK knows that he wasn't there. He's a little worried that he might have gone into spawn, actually. You can see him checking that. But if Mazino and Taco go back over towards a B split, that Viper might be in a more advanced spot than they realize.
50 seconds comes down for this. Good timing with the high tide being brought in their face, so.
They're making mid-rounds on mid-rounds here. The spike started to drift over towards B. They saw something they didn't like. I think it's this high tide. They realized the Harbor's playing over towards A. That seems to have triggered some kind of call here from Lev.
The reaction is, we're going to hit the site down to the final few seconds. The anchoring players of
30
FURIA
seconds left.
to try and deny yet again another chance. Updraft onto the box. Common high ground angle spots the first player. No fight to be won. QCK. Will he take the right timing? Shots rattled off, back and forth. Close to the corner. Mazin! Unbelievable! And the reckoning built up. Let rip, let loose.
10 seconds.
And barreling forwards
No
now.
enemy remaining.
No attempt to win the fight. Or no chance, I should say. It's 14.
Many teams before. But you just don't expect them to be running an attack up in OT, surely. Does he offer his life? Does he go for that info at some point?
The reposition. Shy's going to be holding towards the back of Halls. This
doesn't go for
jump
it just
peaks
yet.
on jump peaks.
Yeah, I mean, it's happening on both sides of the map right now. The Jet up facing the Killjoy.
On either side, the rest of the players, of course, exploring and dumping the util towards mid. Trying to push and pull players into making a bit of a reaction off of it, but a minute now in the round. Cascade
Toxins going up.
pushes forwards. FURIA gain that space. It's going to be met, though, with another wall in their face.
Who blinks first?
Yeah, I mean, this is just mad.
There's
It's a jump
Shyy
spot.
here.
Shyy spots it.
Oh, and he immediately sees the operator. I don't think he's going to be doing that one again. FURIA now need a different game plan, so they are going to start walking forwards into Taco, potentially.
And
This
a huge
round.
chance. There's 30 seconds remaining. It's coming down to it. The committal
30
is there.
seconds left.
Contacting right into the sight line. It's a disengagement. Taco He moves his way back, but someone needs to deal with this Trailblazer. It's hunted him down, spots him out. The reposition again, taking up control of main. It's going to be difficult for FURIA to deal with. A deep flash once more. QCK timing here. Sticking onto the plan. Patience from kiNgg moving forward. It's a shorty! Denies the plant! And Lev, they set up themselves up. Time and time again is what it feels like.
Round across the board.
Over the hurdle. And Lev throwing caution to the wind. Large group up. Go back to the familiar setup. It's Shyy and kiNgg who are locking down towards mid on the attack side. Default. Rest of Lev again, pumping bullets, the utility all the way through into the side. kiNgg is hoping for a chance to rip someone's head off. Oh, the counter spam.
Wow.
That's just Taco trying to remove whatever killjoy utility he can get going for it. FURIA.
Again.
It's two players advantaged.
It feels like FURIA thrive when their backs are against the wall. This team has been incredible at 4v5 situations all season, and now they just can't lose when they're facing a map point.
And Lev scramble, looking for answers. The deeper high tide. Flash, the dog is being blocked off. Good defensive utility to Cascade to at least help him out as well. Blocks off that one angle so they can't scale forwards as a shorty. Mazino's hands, but a spike needs to be planted. He's got it in his hands. Jumpy round the side, damage done. But still no space gained, still no space granted. Spam. Bullets raining down on them. Lev not handed. An easy chance to try and get the spike down into the post plant. They wade right into it. Khalil with the crosshair placement. Running this way, that way, drop down. No chance in hell for Mazino. Out to the side, wins his fight, but he's got to get this spike down and tap onto it, and he knows it's just too hard. FURIA, 15. Well, here we go. Another beginning to the OT. Either team on that map point. But they're looking for it. The round will get them over the line. So far, it's been Lev who have been most consistent. On the defensive side. So we head into OT. Shots exchanged here. Low. A dash forwards. dgzin takes up the space now towards into secret. There's a bit of spam. Might have just about done it. Taco.
That dog was
reposition.
nipping at his heel.
Yeah. So damn close to bringing him down, but healed up now. Back into the action. There's a snake bite. Drop down so nobody can push past this point. And still being held up with the two players. Watching for it now. Taco is crouched, and he just needs an inch. He'll take a mile. Still QCK might be the next line of defense. Pushing back all the way through. Mazino groups his way around, and he might have just saved them. It was a 2v3. Left down to it with the cove. He can stick it half all the way. Just needs to watch the angle shot.
The first time that they've had a map point here on Pearl.
Now we'll see if they can close it out. They're being consistent in rounds like this, yet Taco, once more, the difference maker. QCK feeling like he can take a timing, pushing through the smoke, pushing through the Cascade.
This is so aggressive from dgzin and MW. They want to reroute the ship, and they do.
It's immediately equalized. FURIA, they're not eager to lose this opportunity that's been granted. The chance to end this in 2-0.
And by the look of the spikes movement, we could see a clash between Taco and dgzin. dgzin and MW are so active in terms of clearing out the map, looking, hunting for duels everywhere they can. They've given the A site for but a moment.
Doubled up.
But you've got to imagine that they'd be heading back in that direction soon.
Yeah, and no one is meeting them here.
They're not turning around. They're not going back to site. They've left it completely. They're going for the full wraparound.
I mean, this is crazy. Moments like this in OT. Sometimes the unorthodox play is the best one. Lev, they realize now the site's opened up. They reposition, taking our control, but it's this fight that's to be taken. Noswa watching it, crouched down, not favored, or at least he should have been. He doesn't win the fight. Doubled up. It's a bait and switch. Running the footsteps away to dgzin. He holds his ground now. And the whole goal of this one is to retake and re-clear through into Art. Another pushed up position, it's Taco behind the box. MW low, the flash gets negative info. He takes his timing, and it's just immaculate. Striking forwards, dgzin though still. 2v2, met his match, make it one. Khalil, so much more, the jump spot towards it. And Lev, in the moment of need here, toying with them. They know time's low. They know it's running out. Jumping round. It's Taco with 4. And we go again. The flash connects. Moving forwards. Dash is dead. Doesn't hit the flick. Brought down. dgzin finds the opening. The reposition. All the way to screens. Dashed up top. Is it going to get cleared? The spam. All the way. It's down to this. On the corner. No way. Not a chance. Mazino does not go unnoticed. And with him falling to 5v3, everything being thrown at the wall. FURIA, just pure pace. That's a decision that gets made. That's how they want to take the round, and that's how they are going to win it. It's up to NagZ to do the impossible. In a 1v4, with all the util to the night, and delay, it just wasn't going to happen. And so yet again, we find
what could be their final round.
It could come down to this. Could be the last round in the series. One more for FURIA. They'll claim that 2-0. Anything but easy. Moving into mid. Risks on risk, and with the util out. None the wiser. Pushing forward. He's stunned up. The fire is returned. They're skipping a hop up the staircase. But Lev, they got once more. In a 3v2, the spike is planted. They've got the post plant set up.
I said Leviatán looked like they were out of gas, but that one was pacey, creative, loved it. Still winnable though for FURIA.
Yeah.
See magic from Khalil and dgzin.
dgzin, he found that rifle. Close towards the box, a position that's been played before. He's been seen. He spots the rifle. It's equalized down to that 2-on-2. He finds a win, and is it down to this? Mazino versus Khalil. Turn spot, sick shot lands.
In all sorts of directions.
They do not want a repeat. What happened the other week, but once more, scoreline reset. Trailblazer fast, they push his tackle onto the angle, and he's hunting for a kill. Wall in his face, Dash still there. Fires off the shot and repositions, backs himself away. Grouped up though, FURIA. In position now, and it looks like they want to try and get this hit online. Execing into the back as a dash and a flash. All the necessary utility, making sure they hold the space, being grounded towards them now, moving into the back of the side. There's a call being made to try and fight for this. Doubled up, setting themselves up. Will there be a flash as well? MW, he's also with them. They're all grouped up. It's a triple face.
They're putting so much in secret.
And they could just walk straight into this. Flash, dodge, a second one used, once more, lined up. And the rifles, they sing, an exchange of bullets. It's a reckoning online. It moves its way across, it's traded. 2 players left standing. Mazin, he repositions and he collects Taco. Last one left, stun. Still meets him, shot to be found here, but with 1 bullet left, it's just not good enough. Here we stand. How many times have I said it? 1 step away for FURIA to close it out in a 2-0. Consistently, round 36.
dgzin so bold to hold his ground there against the Cascade and the Flash.
Spike drop.
But is their composure? Do Lev have what it takes once more to bring us to another round of OT? Or will it be FURIA running away with it? Fight to be taken, and it's matched. There's a trade, but it's a scramble and an evacuation away from Art. They want nothing to do with it. Lev, they slow it down. They have a minute on the clock.
That is really good from Mazino. And good headspace to be able to break that Trailblazer too. He has the spike. If he committed to trying to get the trade, that would have been even more disastrous. This Killjoy utility is very rarely getting broken.
No one wants to land towards B at all. It's all been going towards A.
I mean, part of the reason is that you rely so much on ultimates actually pushing people away from B. But look at this, FURIA. They've made the read. They're gambling.
Gambling.
The match win on the fact that this ends B. There is only QCK defending the A site. And they are wrong.
Back to the sides. QCK, maybe a bit of spray, could do some work here. He's got the angle, but he's met instantly! What a read from kiNgg!
10 seconds.
Rips his head clean off, and the spike is planted, repositions. No one playing in Art, everybody from main, and they've got the util to delay.
What a difference in terms of post-plant positioning. None of that aggression that we saw from FURIA.
Cascade through, the first layers of this now being used as a snakebite overlapping with the nanoswarm. Nobody's tapping this yet. Two big pieces being used very early on by Lev. Here's the snake bite. dgzin working himself up. Operator looking for the easy shot. He will not be granted it. And it's an absolute bloodbath. A brawl left up to Khalil. And it's comical, isn't it? With the pressure mounting. 18-18.
Maximum, the high score, if you will. kiNgg creeping closer. It seems likely, surely.
A map to break records, perhaps, for our opening match of the playoffs here at Americas. Bit of a breather with 18-18, a chance to set up those stakes as well. You got to think of the importance. Every team going to be hunting for that top 3 finish to make masters, to make champs as well off of it. Operator, Taco, close. Oh my! What a read! It's that instinct. He heard the footsteps, he knew they'd be barreling in that direction. He brings dgzin down. That jet head to head. Trailblazer, stun connects, close to the default box MW. He's got to be careful not to be sprayed down. But he's safe for now. Moving forwards into the B split. So High Tide rips its way across the plan. Will start to go down. Mazin gets it off cleanly. Moves back away. These are very four positions that are being held by the
I mean, only by MW though, right? He's kind of on an island away from the rest of the squad.
The player advantage, maybe that's why he's looking for a pick to try and at least get them that advantage, but Taco watches. The swing towards Pillar brings him down once more. High Tide. It's interesting. Cuts his way through onto the side as a snake bite as well. Surely it doesn't come down to this. Surely it doesn't come down to spam. Nanoswarm's there, fights to be taken, you gotta push up if you are. Lev the spray, it's not planted for them. Round to the side, they gotta swing wide. Lev, they stick it through. Taco contains.
Has brought it out of him again.
Can Lev bring it to 20? Can they take it over the line? Can they bring us to map 3 all the way with this series? Pushing through with a flash, High Tide, Mazin loses the duel. An opening. And now the hold, it's all over the place. FURIA backing away with the stun connecting, it spots 2 of them. Good information, gonna be gathered. And a reposition here, QCK close to the corner.
This could be it.
His orb's gonna be going down in just a moment.
He manages to escape being trapped in the corner, but Leviatán is still up in a 5v4, heading towards the B site. Nobody in positions to spam and stop the code from going down and Mazino planting. Oh, the turret being used, that's heard by Khalil, and they're starting to trickle back over to B.
Moving up. Reinforcements starting to arrive. Nanoswarm setup still there. It's unusual though. The way it cuts its way across, nobody can play close to it. There's an opportunity to punish, and they do just that. Taco was alone. His team couldn't push up. They couldn't play with him. Cove now lay it down. Plan has to be found. QCK opens himself, and he's brought down as well. It's the warbang kill. It's a 3 versus 4, and Lev right here, right now. A chance. They need to grasp it. It's there for them. Wall in their face. Smoke. Obfuscating, hiding, and the kills flowing one after another. Pushing forwards, no one's sticking it. Everything to play for. dgzin will not be able to do it. Lev, pull it up. Play. Double satchel movement is clean enough.
But that's the stim.
Yeah, stimmy as well, the extra speed boost all the way. And now we see a Trailblazer. Reclearance now into showers. Broken just in time. Still a timing to be taken with Mazino slipping past the smoke, making sure that he can try and do some damage and take these fights into the back a bit. This way, that way. 48 health, low enough that a wallbang might do it. Dodging Juke, no way! What a beginning to the...
Mazino's opting in both of these rounds for an early High Tide towards short, rather than cascading showers.
Or with the judge. High face from kiNgg.
Just going to be a shutdown here with the massive eco advantage.
It really
that they have.
is.
But I am really interested in how Mazino plays Harbor on this map. Som, he's been excellent at it. Really set the standard, I think, for everybody else.
His composition does seem very good. I mean, playing retakes into it with the Harbor walls.
Yeah.
In your face, slow to a crawl.
But even Som and the rest of NRG really struggled on their defense side against FURIA. And I think this High Tide that Mazino's throwing at the start might be designed just to do that, to slow down dgzin and MW. I am so interested, though, in how the stim beacon plays into this, because in theory, dgzin and MW could get ridiculously aggressive.
Good info. But loose the wall of water.
30 seconds
Blocking
left.
them back with the slow orb on top of it. Nobody will be able to walk through that choke. Just a reposition here, and FURIA hoping for some kills, maybe a plant, but I don't think they'll be so lucky in this circumstance.
Caution here.
Watch for. It's getting a little bit okay, strained, but no, okay.
Who's got this?
Easily done. Taco with
He
3.
full sprinted across. Now it's to start this round off. And throwing it all quickly, but not as quickly as MW takes this space.
Nade for a nade. Wider. There's a swing taken.
Wow.
Nozzle with 2. Spectre. Great start to try and convert the bonus.
He's got his nade back up.
What the?
And this is a disastrous beginning for FURIA, a team that very easily could have 2-0'd this match so far and be sailing on for that Brazilian rivalry match.
And it could have been done. It was looking like it was potentially one of the faster series that we've seen, but Lev, they fought all the way back. Brought us to map number 3, and now a great beginning, although letting slip a little bit there. Information going not quite their way. It's a contact play from Khalil. He's worked his way up onto the site. Doesn't know if Showers is clear, though. You can see the hesitancy. Lays down the molly, though. Should grant him a free plant, and I say should.
Planted. One enemy
But it is
remaining.
being converged on. Up to dgzin now. Last one left. Does have the plant down. Got that going for him. They don't know where he is. He repositions. Isolates one of the fights. Smoke. Drop down. Used to cross away. And tap onto the spike to try and bait it. dgzin, he's playing this quite nicely. Looking to hunt for the kill. Looking to hunt for the fight. But Taco watches his teammates back. And so the bonus round is there. And yeah. Alternation there on the control key. Careful.
Okay. Armor strategy that teams have adopted. And this is quick.
Oh yeah, the stimmy as well. Snake bite. Towards the back foot, there's an updraft. In play. dgzin, hoping, hunting for a head. Not giving anyone no easy targets. But a sight is theirs.
And they haven't cleared hookah.
Toxin screen down.
I said opting to just smoke it off, looking to see if they can get that plant down. King's there. Doesn't opt to spam. Doesn't want to take the fight there. Lets him get the spike down. Resetting. No one's watching him! And kiNgg, he claims his prize. Multiple of them. 3 in a row. No time to reload. 5 bullets left in the rifle. Sticking the defuse. Mazino, he knows he's got the safety. He knows his team's got his back.
So important to being a competitor.
Blinded. Here.
Couple of rifles and stingers now and again. That tempo that's increased from FURIA, the comp that they're playing. Trailblazer, no stun around the sides. Narrowly avoiding that one. Duel to be taken. Shyy posted back up now onto this one, but he's in danger of being run and gunned. There's a play, an attempt, yeah, a very wide swing. It offsets the aim enough that he gets a backer from the rest of his team. Reckoning, Mazin close inside the smoke, takes the fight and the battle right to kiNgg. Here and now, dgzin, amazing with the reset. The precision is there. He's landing kill after kill, and it's left just up to 2. There's a res in the back pocket along with a showstopper. But the position is known and noted and taken care of. FURIA have got a complete lockdown on this entire site. Enough money in the back pocket for Taco to make a go of it. Gets the first, but time going to be his worst enemy.
And he spots MW, knows that the round is over at this point. A great response from FURIA there. Just as we're talking about the potential for mental...
Showstopper! And it lands. There's a mix-up for you.
I like it.
Towards short, and yeah, the advantage is theirs, but FURIA are going to be doing their best now to try and wrangle back control of the round.
And they choose to go for that A short aggression in a round right after FURIA have been successful on B. I mean, it's possible FURIA would have just run the B strat again, but I think it's unlikely straight afterwards. Those are the choices where you have to, you know, pick and choose your timings to run those set plays wisely. And this one worked perfectly. The slow and the cascade, they're all so difficult to get through unless you do it right at the start of the round. Look at that, the layering of utility. It will run out at some point though. Once this high tide goes down, they only have one more slow. See if Taco invests it.
Yeah, showstopper's going to be used. On both sides, will he be handed it? Right down at the feet, Mazino. Didn't stand a chance. Full damage, but an instant res, and now there needs to be a defense of the body. Nade cuts
30
close
seconds left.
to the back of Lamps. 27 seconds left. The spike needs to be planted here. Khalil low enough that can't walk into that snake bite. Pushes him away. Here's the second one to it.
Wow,
Back and forth,
these
back
are
and
coming
forth.
from B, Brett.
All the way from across the map. It's that combined pressure that's being applied. Now the plan can start to be sticked though. The push attempt. A fight to be taken and traded. All the way around. dgzin, he holds it. The ground. No one able to fight them towards Showers now, and he backs away. Dropping the smoke down on top of it. mwzera. Jump spots, knows Khalil's position. But doesn't know where he could have gotten up to. It's a 2 versus 3. The players are weak enough. It's winnable for Lev.
If
Why
mwzera
they
gets
choose
this
to play
kill,
together.
if mwzera gets the kill, he has nade.
Yeah, kill found. mwzera does get it. Nade online, but 60 health to it. Bounds it off. Right back to the side. It's a south
Wait, the
flash.
nade?
Into the nade.
Oh no, it landed on the left.
It bounced just into the wrong section. Punish again.
They are just never getting this wall off.
The timing is not being bought for it.
If MW tries to contest it with the stim, of course they'll get it off if he's not there.
The wall is broken. One of the main advantages of having this Sage on the defense side is that you can control towards Showers, place the wall down, remove one of those options.
In theory.
In theory, but FURIA clearly well-versed of how to play against this composition.
Yeah, and again, the high tide that Mazino is using in short, I think the same thing could be said if they decided to put the stim there. They might just barrel through
But
that.
I could disrespect it, for sure. The high tide, really, I mean, it does slow people down if you're walking through, but it doesn't slow satchels or a dash.
Sure.
Well, here's the dog. Trailblazer. Info potentially spotted there towards bench. Yeah, it was on the minimap. That was notified. That was called out. FURIA just dissecting portions of the map, taking the fights. It's so methodical.
Very nicely done by QCK in particular, who follows up all of Mazin's utility. MW is allowed to go aggressive there. They're in a 5v2 situation. But after that early run of form from Lev, which was only a pistol round, a bonus, and a deconstruction of the B hit, so they won like 3 solid rounds to get them 4 on the board. After that, FURIA have been dismantling what Lev have put together. Like the core game plan from Leviatán actually isn't working. The B defense doesn't seem good enough to stand up to FURIA's fast B hits as long as they execute once they get to the site properly. Their Showers play, they're not being able to get the wall down. And they can't hold short either.
Yeah,
I know FURIA are behind right now, but it actually looks like their attack game plan is going to keep reaping reward.
Out of my way.
Certainly. Stakes are set. That is a lot of spam. Taco. Wide of the jump swing, gets good information, but almost pays for it.
But he's holding here with the judge as well. It looks very difficult to root him out of this spot.
A lot of util could be used. I mean, they have an orbital strike. Do they opt to use it? Trailblazer, satchel as well. Oh my! And yeah, the orbital strike towards the backside of it. Nade though rebounds. Enough damage done that MW will fall to it.
Very quick response from mwzera. He saves the team there and keeps them in a 4v4. Meanwhile, kiNgg pushes out through Showers. He got the orb down here early.
Oh, he's lurking. Being held though. The angle that he could peek, it's being held.
As long as kiNgg doesn't overflank.
Oh my goodness, no way! And that's just a game of chance.
But not only does he get away with it, he gets rewarded massively. And here he is again in Showers, trying to keep back the hordes of FURIA. Now this is the setup that FURIA ran last time, where they took Showers early, went back to short, and had dgzin lurk. It's a weird one though, because dgzin is lurking with an op.
And this off angle, oh, sees it, flash to punish. Shyy can't get on the angle in time.
Meanwhile, Bren, Mazino is in the teleporter.
Yeah, when did he get? I mean, okay.
How'd you get there, you cheeky little?
Yeah, he's going to be set up here for high tides to cut across.
I mean, but also...
But he is also trapped in the teleporter.
And Taco's walled hookah.
Yeah, so he's got really nowhere to run. I mean, the wall will start to fade. There it is. expires, and now the hit starts to come down. There's a stun. I mean, Taco's going to call any sort of punished attempts. They're going to pop out of the TP. That's the idea behind it, but it does give them that extra level of security. Yet still, it's QCK who's lurking into the back lines. The timing here that he takes could be everything.
QCK has been playing like this in a lot of their B hits. They're actually looking...
They're kind of watching for
long.
it. Spike's planted, though. Oh, not looking.
Oh, the timing again.
And neither side is really certain of where players could be lurking. Cut its way across. Lurks on, lurks. Mazino. He's going to be gifted a freebie. There it is. And potentially the opener, the rest of his team flooding into the back of the site. Mazin. Well done to get the two. QCK takes his timing, takes his lurk. Tap, tap, tap goes the rifles. And FURIA.
Going to see the same clash again, except not stimmied up. No double blast pack this time.
No stim beacon. Oh, ball broken, sprayed. Hunting for the orb. Nostral's got the showstopper. Wants to take the fight. It clips against something. Doesn't get the kill. Damage done though, with Mazin falling.
Meanwhile, pressure down short. Mazino knows, as does Nosworth. They re-clear this spot.
Caution here.
Oh, the wall drops! Just at the wrong time for that. Dash now activated. What a kill and what a shot. Blocks it off. Will he clear the corner? The answer is yes, yet Mazino still lands the shot. Reckoning. Thinks he's being punished. Taco's still in showers. It's crumbling. It's falling. FURIA have got to grasp at anything they can. Risks need to be there. The dog misses to the side. Khalil narrowly dodging it. But it's a 2 versus 3. Speaking of risks, look at where QCK is. A tap onto the spike, looking. See if they can force and isolate a fight. Shyy is aware of this.
The FURIA players are never afraid to make plays like this.
30 seconds left.
Yep. Oh no! Absolutely incredible with the timing! And it's left into a 2v1.
And this is how they win. Player disadvantage situations so often because they're not afraid to gamble.
Into the corner, King's there with the judge vulnerable up. The shorty will put a stop to it.
By the look of things.
Yep.
No, just sending the wall through it and then going down short. But they've been spotted.
As QCK is left to contain that push. Nade rebounding a satchel. The disengagement, they call it. Okay. Bit of a hard read. Here's the stimmy. Use that to reposition. Start taking up onto the side. Taco. Seeker in his face. Only with the sheriff. He was hoping for a miracle. Not granted it. All the way through. Migration into the back. Not expecting there to be a play in there! Oh no! Missing the shots. And Lev, they're running him down. MW. Satchel out. Disengaged now. Backs away. Damage done. Spraying them down. And the guns aren't too good, but they do have a rifle. Hand that one to Nosworth. What can he do with it? Laser low. Trailblazer. Never jump spot. Could have got dangerous. Could have really got dangerous. Up top. Onto it. It's clean enough. There it is. Right through the box. Leviatán wants no part of it. That is the play, the risk, the gambit that is taken by Lev. Aggression towards B long. Jump spot. Oh, Shyy.
So dangerous.
Okay.
MW could accelerate at any point here. He has the showstopper available to him.
Slow orb. Push them back. Nade now down. Second slow orb used. Taco's got no more left. Here's the showstopper. Good movement. What? Doesn't get the kill. And there has to be reinforcements now. A crossfire setup is there, but can they win the gun duels? Smokes in their face. There's no clean fight to be taken, orb to be picked up. They put a breather on the round.
Both raises disappeared from this. If FURIA decide to hit the teleport with 30 seconds left, they'll be meeting Mazino. What's the call? It looks like they are. QCK's grouping up. Is this to hit the TP or hit the site?
War was fading. I think that's the timing they're waiting for. They don't make any noise. They contact. But they're going to be wading into the stack all the way. Taco. First one to go down towards the back of the site. It's all up to kiNgg. And it's too much for him. The IGL, the leader. He can't put the push down.
10 seconds left.
Mazino, last one left. It's round 12. Final chance. You've got to put everything into it. Cove gets him into the site. but not for much longer. No more steps to be taken. Rounds when FURIA had the best of reads against them.
I mean, if you look at the utility that Lev have bought, it looks like they want to go and take lamps control and then pivot into a plant using a lot of their Sage utility. Like something slow and cautious.
Oh, here we go. Oh, smoke drops down. It gives them the timing. They all face.
Well, that was different.
Yeah, bit of a core made, and off the back of that, Wall cuts its way through. It's a TP, an attempt to crunch, and it clears all the way through into showers. They now know nobody really waiting around there, but time has been bought for but a moment. Now the nade rebounds. So again, not a clean plan. It's actually missing.
Yeah, bad nade actually, but it still forces Taco off the plant and breaks a section of the wall.
It's attempting to try and get this down so they can get put into the post plan. Wall needs to be broken. Brutal piece of utility to chew through when you've only got pistols. They do break a portion of it. Now in lamps, this is an important fight. QCK close to the angle, right click. Why not? That'll do it. Stops around the gun. Drops and changes. FURIA now looking to try and retake into this, but they're also down low, pushing forward. The frenzy. Nosra did not intend to get that, but he's eventually brought down. It's a pistol round for FURIA. Potentially just the thing they needed, Josh, as well, like you said, to capitalize.
Nobody from FURIA close to any of the ultimates, despite winning the round.
It's looking like FURIA will be able to get the 9th round to 9-5. Gotta be thinking how brutal it is for them. You fight all the way back on Pearl for a chance to bring it to this map number 3. Second half of Bind now, it just gets even harder. Top of the box.
Yeah, and I keep thinking back to the game where FURIA played against NRG, when we got to see both of these teams go head-to-head, with NRG running the same comp that Leviatán are, and yet FURIA, their attack side looked fantastic, their defense side, they just couldn't do a thing. They couldn't do anything. However, I just don't know whether Leviatán have got the same stock and pedigree on Bind as a team like NRG, a core like that, and a caller like Finesse. I mean, he has made this map look perfect for that core for so long.
It's gonna take a lot. Already dug into the reserves just to bring it over the line on Pearl, and now it's FURIA setting up the Trailblazer. Clears it out, so Octagon clear.
And now reinforcements have to scramble towards Mazin.
Just from the back of that early pressure.
But they got dgzin posted. His martial line is really strong over here.
It's really good.
Looking towards where Taco is facing.
Oh, he gets off of it? Okay, no, still holding it.
We saw this clash so often on Pearl.
Important to win if Taco wants to take the fight, and he does. Great target, great accuracy. With Taco falling. Backs away, dgzin doesn't overstay his welcome in showers. Rejoining the rest of his team. He's got to get a feel now for how this one's going. He's just on top of that little box, the new addition to Bind. Gives him that angle. Already, it's kiNgg who's worked his way past it, creeping and crawling.
kiNgg is so deep, but he's not being offered anything just yet. And he's out in the middle of no man's land.
Wide. Wants to take the fight to them. It's MW. Instantly responds, sprays it down with the Bulldog, and Shyy falls on top of it. FURIA looking like a grand entry now into the second half of Bind. 2 players left standing. It's Mazino and Nosra. Showstopper. It's meant to be that extra element to try and set them up here. And it just cuts across that crosshair placement. They all drop just like that. Okay. Guys, rebuy armor.
What a way for FURIA to announce himself on the defense side.
For Lev, it's on them to make the most of it. 10-5. All things considered, it should be set up for 11-5. Another satchel. Oh my goodness, it resorts to this. The run and gun. Bit of run and fun. Certainly is for Shyy. Wins that one. Cascade in the face of Mazin. Popped up. Good angles to take there. Together, Lev.
Good pushing.
Yeah. Making sure that they were taking fights.
Spike planted.
Together with the spike down. In that post plan.
And this response has been immediate.
Top to the corner. The rifle handed over to Taco. And dgzin, no choice but to back away. So, said there needed to be something from Leviatán there. There certainly was.
That one's so different to the way that Lev have approached the rest of their attack rounds. Just sending it into hookah. Nosra and Shyy working together. Oh, here we go.
No! Oh, no! Misses the shot. Get out of there! Wants to save the operator. But he is being hunted close to the corner. Can't react to it. Can't hit the shot. A thrifty. Yeah, angles held with the op. Oh.
Just watching the Trailblazer dancing around there in showers as dgzin missed a jump peek. Nosra has showstopper. Here it
And
comes.
here it is. Rocket over the top. Always risky. Fires it off. Lets it loose, but active with the dash. dgzin's able to get out of there, but it's a fast plant. Mazino not being pushed off this. High tide's there on top of it, and
the fast plant means that there is going to be so much time already ticked down before MW and Mazin are even anywhere near. They're in market currently.
they're just using that Trailblazer to clear all the way through.
And they have to use the Trailblazer and make noise and give away their flank because they need to be quick.
Made into Lambs, flash around the corner, no connection. A wide swing. MW, gotta be careful. Almost satching himself there into the TP, holding on top of the bench. FURIA! Oh my goodness! The way they're taking these fights is all together. It's perfect. Time was running short. All the pressure was applied to them, and yet somehow...
And this might be the same thing from Leviatán. This is their setup that they used on that eco round, the thrifty.
FURIA not feeling knocked, are they? Despite losing that map 2 in the fashion that they did. dgzin, he's close. Disrespect shown. It's a reckoning at his feet. Updraft, trying to evade capture from the opposition. Leviatán already swarming onto the position. The flash is there by... Oh my God! MW! Reactions! Precision! And Mazino says, to hell with that, I'm pulling out the shorty. No quick gunplay and precision from him. Still, it's a 2-on-2. Shyy gets the plant down.
I've got your
Some in that post plant. Seekers spots it. dgzin has to take the fight there. Shots not landing for Mazino. Shyy.
He was too late on the trade.
He was too late, and he's crouched up, waiting, seeing if somebody will grant him a free kill in a 1v2. And he doesn't know. Time was cut. So was Sound. Waiting for any sort of chance, but it's just contact from FURIA. Flash connects, round to the side, it's dodged by dgzin, and the reactions are just amazing.
FURIA are destined to win this game if their players are hitting stuff like that. First of all,
Operator, again for dgzin. And so many targets to choose from. He's punished a jump spot. Nosra's been doing that all day long. MW holding his back, and it's a sheer crumble. Leviatán, nothing to gain, everything to lose. Gliding to the side, into the molly, brought down by his teammates. But it's a 1v3, and this map is all but over. In just a moment, Nosra with so much over the top, clean movement, stunned up. How does that connect? A tap onto it, enough noise made, he's evacuating, he's out of there.
he's done it. He's actually slipped the net here. QCK overflanked towards short. Worried about what Nosra could do.
I'm being stuck. Head on a swivel, doesn't know where anyone is, but a footstep made by Mazin, and maybe he could salvage it. Can he keep Lev in it?
Surely not.
Comes down to this fight. A furious discipline, a wide face! Doesn't reset it in time, he can land the shot! And it's FURIA. We'll be singing the praise of this team all day long.